happens when you stay still? What happens when you become the object?
Yoko Ono's cut piece is not merely a performance, but an act of surrender, an offering of the self to the unpredictable forces of human nature. It is a meditation on destruction and creation, a ritual of vulnerability, and an invitation to examine the thin veil between art and life. Deeply rooted in Zen Buddhism and the Fluxus movement, cut piece dissolves traditional artistic boundaries, transforming both the artist and the audience into co-authors of an evolving, ephemeral experience.
Yoko Ono, born on February 18, 1933 in Tokyo, Japan, is more than an artist. Raised in a world of privilege, yet drawn toward the intangible, she rejected the gilded cage of tradition. Instead, she pursued the void. It is here, in this liminal space, that Cut Piece was born.
One of the most discussed themes of Cut Piece is its commentary on the objectification of women.
The way the audience slowly strips Ono of her clothing reflects how women are often treated as passive objects, controlled and consumed by others. It highlights the power dynamics between the viewer and the viewed, who has control and who is being acted upon. This piece forces us to confront these questions in real time, making us uncomfortable in the process.
The performance also raises questions about human behaviors and social boundaries.
At first, people act cautiously, as if unsure of their role. But as more people participate, the act of cutting becomes easier. Some audience members, emboldened by the lack of resistance, take more than they need. By remaining silent and still, Yoko shifts the responsibility onto the audience. Will they respect her, or will they take advantage of her vulnerability?
Ono's passivity is not a weakness, it is a deliberate statement.
She is trusting the audience, surrendering control to them. But in doing so, she also exposes how easily that trust can be broken.
As a key figure in the Fluxus movement, Ono embraced the idea that art should be participatory, democratic, and inseparable from everyday life. Cut Piece is a radical extension of this philosophy. By placing the scissors in front of the audience, Ono hands over the artistic agency, making them active participators rather than passive spectators. The first cuts are timid, small offerings to an unspoken ritual. But soon, hesitation dissolves. The audience grows bolder. The scissors no longer question, they take.
She does not flinch. She does not react. She simply is. Zen Buddhism speaks of the dissolution of the self, an unraveling of identity, a surrender to impermanence. Every cut made upon her is a shedding of ego.
So, what can we take away from Cut Piece? Cut Piece is no longer a mere performance documentation. It is a philosophical puzzle, a visceral experience, and leaves the audience with lingering questions. When given power, how do we wield it? When confronted with vulnerability, do we protect or exploit it?